Hello, and welcome to the inaugural Hearty Dice Friends Hearty Dice Hangout. My name is Grant Howitt. This is Christopher Taylor.
Oh, and that's John.
And that's John. Hello,
Hello,
John. Right in the middle of my intro. Beautiful timing, John.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yourself, sir.
Tonight we're doing our very first Hearty Dice Hangout. What the deal is with this is people who like us and like our podcast and give us $3 an episode, and then once a month we do one of these things, and we're going to hang out and do some fun stuff live. It's basically an advert that we get paid to make, so I'm quite excited about that.
/ episode.
Yes, yeah. Does this count as our episode for this week?
No.
No. All right, fine. I'm just going to make sure. Okay, cool. The stream's going nice and smoothly. Just waiting for some other folks to turn up. So tonight we are going to test. Did you have everyone else in text on the other window, Chris?
They didn't reply, but I messaged them.
Well,
they can join us when they like.
I'll bother them on Twitter. I'll bother Will on Twitter.
Yes. So, John, how are we?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Yourself?
All good, sir. I have an enormous mug of coffee, which is keeping me very much alive at the moment.
That's a huge mug of coffee.
Oh.
This morning I didn't have my large mug, so I just carried 2 mugs of coffee out of the kitchen. Like an adult.
You sent me a picture, yeah.
Like an absolute adult. I then had my breakfast of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and watched cartoons.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were supposed to be doing work.
I did that too. I've got 2 monitors. So good at this.
I know how much work you did. We played a lot of Battlegrounds today.
Yeah. I also read some stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we read through stuff. We named some saints. There we are. We did that.
Yes.
And this is legally
Good.
In 2017, Chris, work.
Wonders of the modern age, my friend.
So what planning on doing tonight is we're going to make a setting. We're going to make a setting in Unbound. So Unbound is a game what Chris and I wrote about a year ago now. That time flies.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Sorry? What did you say?
John have the book to hand.
Oh yeah, I should get my copy actually.
Surely you know it off by heart.
Yeah, that'd be good. Oh, the internet. No, I think we're streaming. Okay.
Somebody, Thomas Bickley has just said he's marked all the Hangout. Google Hangouts had marked everything that we'd sent him for both of us as spam. I shall.
That's fair.
Oh, I can't add. You can.
That's entirely fair.
You are a moderator, so get Thomas Bickley in.
What? So just type it in again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why not?
Oh, he's got that. So I want that full.
And yet it's 100% more stable than Skype.
Well,
It's not hard.
It's more broadcastable.
But you could post things a bit better than Skype.
Yeah. God, it's terrible.
Every time I try and use it, it just resets all of my audio and just tries to kill me.
Yeah, it mutes your microphone every time you turn it on.
Yep, it's not great. I'm not gonna lie.
What's that, Chris? Using Discord, are we?
No, not a professional program for winners.
Ugh. Right. So I'm just leashing my laptop to the.
Getting into it with that laptop is what you're doing.
To the end. Sorry, I'm getting real friendly.
Hello.
Hello.
This is all. Oh, you don't go cross-eyed on me. Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed.
Oh no! Come on, just go in the hole. Go in the hole.
There are times, all right. I'm drinking coffee. You need to
go in the hole. There we are. Right.
Oh, we have an addition.
Did we?
Over Thomas.
A man in a hat. I remember the man in the hat.
There's the man in the hat. He's muted himself, but there we go.
There he is. Well, maybe. Oh, there he is. No hat though. Disappointing.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm just going to send Will a really quick message on Skype. Chris, can you explain what it is we're doing tonight?
So technically, according to the Patreon page, there's a question and answers section.
Oh, is there?
Yes.
Okay.
So there will be a question and answer section if you want that. Otherwise, what we're planning on doing is we will faff about with Unbound and make a setting together. And then that will go on the Patreon page and tell everybody what they're missing.
And then I figure like maybe like next time we could play at it.
Yeah.
You know, if there isn't,
Oh.
we don't get sued. Well, where are you?
I hope he gets sued.
No, that'd be fine.
It's our copyright.
Yeah, but what if we start talking about the world of Siddle?
Could work.
What if we wrote like a DuckTales RPG? That'd be quite good, wouldn't it?
That would be quite good.
You can only do stuff if you do it to the tune.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah, I mean that's like what I'm saying, John. Yeah.
Morphine makes the holy known.
Have you guys seen the finished DuckTales? Any viewers now? Stop watching this shit and instead go to just search in finished DuckTales theme tune, because it sounds like someone's just singing in mangled English. Absolutely beautiful. I can't recommend it.
Oh man.
You showed me that in first year of uni.
Yeah, some time ago now.
Well, you're the man now, dog.
That dates it marvelously, doesn't it?
You're the man now, dog. Right. Let's go. Oh, he's in the land of tragic internet. Go on without him, friends. Right.
Oh.
Just the four of us, but we are going to make a beautiful and exciting world. Now,
Claire should also have sent you a message with her email address. Apparently she missed the previous one, but she is around.
She's around. Brilliant. We'll get her in. Can you? I'm trying to think of it. I didn't see
Actually,
it.
can I just? I don't know if I can just add her to this somehow.
You know what? I'd love it if you could. Hang on. I think does it begin with an I and end with an A?
Yes.
Brilliant. Okay.
We don't want to say the email address out loud.
Not on YouTube. No. There we are. Claire Jones. Right? Yeah. There we go. Great. So we are, however, we're not going to be using this boring old book available for sale. No, we're going to use the D20 version, which has been pioneered by me. And so I'm interested in seeing, one, if it works, and two, that's it actually. I think it'll work better. It'll work better over the internet than it will than the card-based version. But what I'm going to need to start with, once Claire shows up, we're going to draw touchstones, Chris.
Hang on, I'm going to wiggle my chair about and get some dice.
Right. You get some cards as well.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
You've got all the words, and I've got none. There we are.
So you can have that such mug like Wowzer. Hello everyone, I just opened the oh hang on. We have someone from Egypt. Egypt. Hey, Sir Craft. I don't know how you got here. If you don't know who we are, my sincere apologies if this is maybe the first video you've seen. We are a role-playing podcast, and we're hanging out with some of the people who pay for our web hosting.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hang out with some of the people who pay for our web hosting and pay for our stuff, and we're going to play a game. Well, we're going to play the start of a game. We're going to generate a world together. I think that could be quite a lot of fun. So we're going to use Unbound. Chris, have you got some playing cards there? Wonderful. So, for those of you not in the know, Unbound is the game what we wrote. It is a genreless, settingless action RPG. And the idea is that when you make characters, you make the world as well. So we're going to do that live on air, and hopefully that'll be entertaining and possibly make people buy the book.
And let me drink more coffee because I can afford to live.
That's true. Hey, that'll be nice. Chris, I have a favour for you. Can you send around a link to the people in this chat, like the rulebook for D20 Unbound?
I want to say yes.
I'd love it if you could, because I'm using 3 screens and I don't have.
To be fair, the world creation is the same.
Well, yeah, actually, it's identical, isn't it? All
So
right.
we'll just do let's do retro for the first bit.
We'll do retro for the first bit, and then once we get into characters, we'll speed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, the first step in Unbound world creation is we draw some touchstones. So touchstones are going to be some words which we we pick out to build the world together. Now, Chris, one of us is going to play and one of us is going to GM. Which is which?
I'll play.
Oh.
No, I'll GM if you do world setting.
All right, but can I play though?
Yeah.
All right. So what I want you to do is on your computers, what you probably have, I assume you have it in front of you. Can you draw me? Can you type in random playing card, please, and tell me what you get? I'll keep a note of it all. Yeah. Lovely golden nails at the moment. I usually have them in black.
Like his soul.
What's your word, Chris?
My word?
What's the card?
A 5 of diamonds.
5 of diamonds is heavy armor.
Ooh.
I might finally get mech suits in a game.
You've been trying for many years.
I wrote the game specifically to accommodate mech suits. Claire, what card?
I'm just going to go and get an actual pack of cards.
All right.
It's usually easier, yeah.
John, what card did you get?
2 of spades.
2 of spades. Vampires. Oof.
Oh, we're getting there.
It's a good one. This is a good one. All right.
Does anyone know how to stop a window being full screen on a Mac?
Mate, you just said a word that I don't understand.
Press the escape button. Says my tech support wife.
I got nothing on Max, I'm sorry.
There's 2 of us on unfamiliar work computers. I just remember knowing where a pack of cards were.
Yeah, I'm on a Mac as well. I think I've used one maybe twice. They're strange machines. Okay.
But so sleek.
Oh, apparently you should push the green button, says Will. There is some chat open, so we can...
There is no green. Like I know where I'm looking. I'm expecting the button to be, and there's no button.
Oh, that's fair.
Do you need to hover over the top?
So what? Sorry.
That's
You
really
need to hover in the top left.
Yeah, I'm hovering on the top, and it's giving me like the Apple logo and some.
yeah.
There's no like
I'll be honest,
close or minimize or anything.
I've got precisely the same situation, which is why I asked Chris to email around the document.
Which thankfully we don't need.
Well, yet.
Well, I got 4 of spades.
Brilliant.
Hey.
Spades.
Claire, can you draw a card for me?
Sure. Jack of clubs.
Jacko clubs.
Well, that's a nice deck of cards.
Yeah, I think it was a Kickstarter that I just got a bunch of. Like these are Name of the Wind ones.
Oh, cool.
No,
That's pretty
specific
cool.
Ones.
I don't mean to alarm you, but the cards we have here are heavy armor, vampires, corporations, and shadows.
Oh, that is getting grimdark.
I feel a real draw towards this situation.
If only we'd gotten ravens.
I'd like. Oh no! Oh man, my finger's slipping. Oh no, that's weird. We've got ravens. That's weird. What I'd like you to do is draw a second load of cards, please, so we can get another set of suggestions.
6 of clubs.
6 of clubs is pirates.
Oh yes.
3 of spades.
3 of spades. Demons. God, we're on fire tonight, boys and girls. Tom.
Yeah, Claire, can you draw another card?
That's a joker. That's another joker. 2 of diamonds.
Oh, Claire, can you do it again?
I've got 1. 5 of spades.
What do you get, John? Sorry?
5 of spades.
5 of spades. Dictatorship.
Ooh.
And Claire, yeah, sorry, because you drew virtual, which just doesn't fit. So can you do another one, please?
9 of hearts.
9 of hearts. Whoa!
Huh.
What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing.
There we go.
I don't repeat myself.
Okay. So we have 2. We have heavy armor, vampires, corporations, and shadows, or pirates, demons, dictatorship, and war.
They are both so good.
We could try the third and see if it's even better somehow. I think we should do like a pulp action game with the first one.
Thoughts, people?
Yeah, thoughts.
I struggle to remember 8 words at a time.
Pulp action, vampire mechs, or pirate demon war.
Yeah, they're both pretty good, aren't they?
Vampire mechs.
Yeah.
I feel like after the amount of time you said about trying to get mechs into a game, it feels like it'd be cruel to in any way
There's no
the other one.
I can put mechs in whatever game I want.
That's why you write the books.
Yeah. Chris actually made me go through and take out all the references I put into overclocked mech suits in Unbound, which were 5.
There was too many.
Yeah, I had to bring it down to 2. All right. John, any thoughts? You're feeling the mech?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Claire?
Yeah.
Okay. Then in which case, I think Tom, whatever you vote, we have a majority. So
I'm good with mechs.
all right, cool. So sorry, pirates leading a dictatorship war. You're gone.
I weep.
So we have heavy armor, vampires, corporations, and shadows. Now next up we have next thing we need to pick. So these are the 4 words which are going to inform our setting, our world. Now with these, you're going to build some characters, and the first thing you do is you pick a core. But actually, tell you what, I'm going to ask you some questions about the situation as well. So, Chris? What's different about the vampires?
They live in the light rather than in the night times.
Are they burned by darkness?
Yes, they are burnt by darkness.
Ooh, reverse vampires.
Say again?
Burned by shadows.
Or burned by shadows? That could be very that could be very difficult in certain
So
situations.
inconvenient.
I just want to run at them with a torch and a rotary fan and just machine gun them.
I can imagine. So how about these are kind of like, I'm feeling like for other than vampires, we've got almost like an angelic kind of offshoot who still drain the essence from people.
They are vampiric.
Yeah,
they're not vampires.
They have to be in light at all times.
Yep.
Okay.
Love train stations.
And if things ever go dark, they start going frantic and terrified, and they start to maybe come apart, like they start to dim.
Yeah, that sort of dissolution look.
Yeah, dissolution. Right. Okay. Claire, what's the deal with the corporations?
I guess the light becomes a major commodity at this point.
Love it. Okay.
Ooh, light as money.
Yeah.
That's my sunnet.
So is it set in? We'll go to John for this one. I need a kind of time setting for this one. Is it set in the future? Is it set in the past? In the future past?
Probably like the future.
The future, like near future, far future, cyberpunk, space.
I was thinking like far future, but on Earth, but like maybe people have been able to ascend into this higher form.
Mm-hmm.
And there used to be people.
So there used to be people, and then it's.
That works for me. I like that.
What if it started off being optional? Like it's a sort of transhumanism thing.
Okay.
And then it very quickly started to become non-optional.
I like that. Almost like a plague that's passed.
Yeah. So like in the very beginning, it was like, you know, it was on television advertised as like ascend to a higher form. Just 13
so like the old American adverts of like the preacher, like the stereotypical preacher to start off with.
Yeah.
And so then it turns into almost a cult, which then spreads.
Is it a virus? Is it like a plague, or is it an indoctrination thing? I should vote.
Yeah, I was about to say, what if it's an upload?
Oh, okay, cool. So it's like so people have implants and junk.
Yeah, you install running app vampirism.exe.
You know how they
vampirism.bat.
You know how They can.
Is it actually the reason that people have had to do this? Just that there was some kind of major OS update that they never bothered to test with people who didn't have the vampirism?
It's a service pack.
So suddenly people had to install it to survive the OS update.
So it's all the people who stayed on Windows and didn't switch to Mac.
So, you know how scientists worked out how to control rats' brains with impulses of light? What I'm figuring is it's a like a crowdsourcing hive mind thing which runs off pulses of light, and if they get separated from the pulses,
Oh God, I'm deaf.
got a message from my mother-in-law. If the local, yes, if they get separated from the light, they get cut off from their neural networks and they start to starve.
That works.
We're a long way away from vampires, but I can totally dig it. What is it like vampirically? What is it they suck?
Art. They're just really bad at art.
Try again.
Can't draw for toffee.
Blood, minds, souls, emotions. Like, have they lost emotions? And that's the only way they can feel it is by sucking it out of people.
So it initially started off as like this mindfulness thing, but then it ended up with lose all emotions and all feelings. So they then have to get those feelings back.
We have. I like that. Someone says in the chat. I guess it should be about after future, where no knowledge for humans and wars like caves.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, I guess it should be about after future, where no knowledge for humans and wars like caves.
Oh, is that from the chat?
Yeah, I don't really understand.
I think it's post-apocalyptic is the concept.
Okay, so like I think we could have like haves and have-nots. So these guys live pre-apocalypse, and the have-nots live sort of post-apocalypse, and like in old waves of shadows on the outskirts, trying to not fall into this light cult.
Yeah.
All right.
Robust.
Yeah, robust. So corporation. We need a name of the corporation. I like Lazarus as a name for a corporation. I've used it before as a light-themed corporation in the game of Unbound.
Melchior Incorporated.
Melchior. No.
God of Light.
Melchior. So this heavy armor I got so excited about. What's that for?
Protection against the light.
It's just an enormous diving bell.
For
It's like a big rubber suit and a helmet.
the non-ascended, they have to wear the armor to go out, but it only has like a certain, like it's like power armor almost from Fallout.
Or if the ascended, if you want to call them that, are like feeding off people but can only do that in the light, then it makes sense to be wearing something that's all encompassing.
It's an extra barrier.
I have an idea.
Oh dear.
This light.
It's got its hand up.
Yeah.
What if
Who
it
does
was
that in person?
What if it was a nuclear light? So the entire planet's bathed in a sort of radiation, which like these ascended people can survive, and so the other people have to wear mech suits or some sort of powered suit or covering armor to get out and survive.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Just yep.
Nuclear wasteland. So yeah, like visually, I'm seeing it as very bright, very stark. Lots of like tall block brutalist buildings, like bone dry. Hang on. So there are secret books where it's all secret companies in caves. The secret companies tries to save the unknowledge people, but there are secret evil campaigns to try and use the secret books for evil. So there's hidden knowledge. There's hidden knowledge knocking around, which I like.
Yeah, well, I mean, the people outside presumably live underground.
Yes. I think Shadows has been pretty heavily covered so far in the light darkness.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. What we're going to do now then? So I think we've got a bit of a better idea. We have a blasted nuclear wasteland, but only for those who haven't ascended. These people have some sort of skin implant which lets them absorb nuclear energy. This killing nuclear energy which has blasted the Earth. which puts them into a sort of hive mind. Those out of the hive mind have to have some sort of armor or some sort of protection to simply leave the house. And there is conflict between these two. And there's also Melchior Inc., who run the Light Company, who I assume is like that. I assume they're just detonating hundreds of nukes a day.
Yeah.
But they have huge. This is about story. Just to answer your question, fellow in the chat or lady in the chat. So this is a role playing game. So what we're doing, we're going to make we're making a story, and then we're going to use this book here, Unbound, which is a role playing game like Dungeons and Dragons, to play through the story. And so these people are going to make characters, and then we'll explore the world through that lens. It's not about game programming at all. I'm very sorry. Can anyone here program?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Tom's were equally dubious about our ability to do our job.
So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to read through the cores. So what the core does, it forms a group identity for your beautiful muting there, Claire. Wonderfully done. It forms a group identity for the group. And so I'll run through what they are, and then from these it'll give you the inspiration to build your characters. So there are 6 of them. There's Devout. So Devout is about bringing light to dark places. The idea behind Devout is that you are either religious or you embody an ideal. So think of paladins, clerics, detectives, people who are upholding the law in that way. And you are striving to bring light to dark places and impose your will on the world which you believe is evil. The second one we have is Magi. Oh, I'm really sorry, Tom. I'm going to ask you to remember 6 words. You might want to note these down. The next one is Magi. So Magi is about a quest for hidden information in some way. Think like archaeologists or wizards going on a field trip, that sort of thing. So there's some information hidden. You've all decided that you can find this and you can go out and get it. And you're going to go and find it. The third one is Outlaw, where you play people on the wrong side of the law. So you're going to be fighting against whoever's in charge. Presumably, I'm figuring Melchior Inc. There'll be people running against them in some way.
That would make sense.
Yeah. Pact-bound is kind of interesting. Pact-bound are people who have a connection to something higher than themselves. I think witches, warlocks, people have company implants, that sort of thing. The 5th one is Warrior, and Warrior is people who do fights, which is a really common one. But so it's a game about war. So there is a large conflict happening, and you're at the forefront of that war on one of the sides. And finally, the last one is Wild. So I think druids, bears, that sort of thing. Like you play embodiments of the natural world, fighting back against unnature. Those are the 6 cores. What do you? The cave should be stupid design.
What?
I'm just reading the chat.
Oh, okay. You need to say when you're doing that because the caves.
I'm really sorry.
Confusing.
There's this person from Egypt throwing in a lot of great ideas, but English isn't their first language, so it's taking a few tries for me to understand what they're saying.
Right.
So, are any of those calling out to you?
I mean, it seems like the Devout has an obvious thing of bringing dark to light, like infiltrating these atomic bomb parties and trying to shut them down.
And what a party.
All right, I like that.
Or even going the other way and being a ascended almost and actually cleansing the dark.
That's an interesting idea.
That is.
Like, it seems like it's quite a good way to make an evil campaign sort of idea that's not actually
Evil.
Evil, yeah. Like, it's not going to end up with murder hobos necessarily.
That is interesting, actually.
Tom?
Yeah, Tom, any ideas?
I think if we said that they were feeding on emotions, was that the things?
Yep.
So would they need to sort of go out into the dark and like harvest them from the people who aren't
Yes, they will.
Ascended. So I mean, you could, if there was some kind of storage thing there, then sorry, I did immediately forget the 6 words, so I'm not going for an idea that's necessarily intended.
Some sort of storage facility.
Yeah, like if people go out and find people and harvest emotions from them into some kind of container that they can then bring back and store, or whether they have to actually get the people and store those people so that it can be extracted directly.
I kind of like the idea that you can have both. So you can have harvesters who kind of dump emotions into canisters.
Yeah.
That you can decant later, but also you can take it straight from the source as well.
Could you also have with the belief system the idea that emotions are actually terrible and holding the people back? So what you're doing is you're helping these people by taking their emotions away from them.
Freeing them, liberating them.
Yeah.
Liberating them from emotion. So I really like the idea of this sort of this prison, like a prison city almost, which the Ascended have built to keep the Unascended in. And like the fact that there's probably quite a solid culture in that prison itself. It's self-sustaining in a way, and occasionally these glowing motherfuckers roll up, and all the paint starts coming off the walls, and all the animals start dying. I don't know how radiation works. And
like during a harvest, almost like every so often there's a harvest.
So that's kind of interesting. I like the idea of this harvest. So do you want to play the guys? Do you want to play the Ascended, or do you want to play the guys who are being harvested?
Don't know.
Chris, any thoughts?
I think it would be more interesting to be, personally, I think it'd be more interesting to be on the run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the lamb from the Apple Angels. But you could go either way. I think I'll vote for being harvested.
Okay. Claire, any thoughts?
Yeah, agree. I don't know exactly where the interesting conflict would be playing the other side.
Yeah, I think you definitely couldn't play that with the whole prison city thing because the power dynamic is so strong there.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they've got these giant robot suits.
Yeah, there was.
But also, you have no emotional content whatsoever.
So is it like made into a game almost? So they're given the robot suits to help them escape, or make it into more of a game.
A sort of Hunger Gamesy thing.
Oh, that's essentially what I was thinking, or Battle Royale.
Yeah. Oh, and like that's the thing, because if it makes it more of a game, that means that people watch it and they have emotions.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's like a TV show. It's broadcast.
That's definitely what I was thinking.
So we have big ass power suits.
Yeah. Well, maybe not all of you.
Oh, thanks,
Well, that's the thing, because this is Unbound. One of you can have a power suit. One of you can just be fast.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Like, you can get away with it.
So maybe there's like different degrees of protection from the light. So you have the power suit as the main, like, but then there's different powers or something. Some people have adapted.
Yeah, so you get like custom suits.
Yeah, that works.
Oh, but also it means you can time things. The suits have enough power to run for X hours.
Yeah, and you have to get to the next checkpoint in X hours.
Yeah.
Hungry.
So it stops them just sort of running off into the wilderness and hiding and trying to live because they're locked inside their suits. And so if they just shut down, they'll just be standing dead still in the middle of a wasteland.
I am going to say, like, I'm quite upset you give me the chance to run the Hunger Games, and I can't do it with any emotion. Welcome to the Hunger Games. I hope you're all excited. You're being excited.
It's probably going to be great. I wouldn't know.
It's an odd sort of circumstance that creates a game whilst no one actually cares about the game.
All right, let's perhaps change.
The other could be like the commentators or whatever. Like all of the roles within that game part could be fulfilled by the Unascended. You don't have to.
Oh, it's a prestige thing.
They don't care about.
Being incredibly invested in the
owning
game.
a fancy horse.
We could also as well, like, it's possible that if they're harvesting emotions from the Unascended, that lets them have emotions for a while.
Yeah, so
That's roleplay, if I'm doing.
So, like, they take a booster before it starts.
Yeah, and they can really enjoy it.
so yeah, you have an element of prestige as to just how much you appear to be enjoying it.
Yeah.
If you can afford that many emotions that you...
I just want to say, I'm just going to speak to the Egyptian person in the chat as well. I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to sound like I'm making fun of you. I didn't quite understand what you were saying earlier. Again, I'm sorry. I'm trying to run lots of things at once. Like someone gets killed with no comment. Yeah. I'm not really following everything you're saying, but thank you for watching, and I hope you're enjoying it. And we'll do what we can to keep you engaged. But let's carry on with this. So we have so which call are we going for then? Outlaw in that case?
Yeah,
I mean, outlaw would work.
Outlaw.
Plus, it's got the sort of luck vibe to it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Okay.
So hang on, if we made essentially Wasteland Power Armor MDMA farms. Because I think that's what we've just made.
I think that's all I ever wanted as a boy.
When I grow up, Daddy, can I run the MDMA farms? Yes, you can, son.
When I grow up, Daddy, can Necrons come and try and harvest me for my emotions?
If only, my boy, if only.
Why, back in my day, I used to have to buy MDMA from girls with backpacks in nightclubs. But now, it's harvest
So many flashing lights.
in the desert.
But that was kind of good because the lights went off at some point.
Yeah. All right. I've got some questions then about the outlaws. About laws. So, if you have a copy of Unbound, please turn to page 19. If you don't have a copy of Unbound,
somewhere in this pile of stuff.
Well, I'm sure I've seen it in your house.
I got it out this morning because we were talking about it.
okay.
19, do you say?
19.
I hope the pages in this one are the same.
I fucking hope so.
Yes. Well, no. This was the very, very first
All right. Okay. Right.
one. This is the one where we were like,
if that's not consistent.
does this bind into a book? It is correct.
The GM and each player should answer the following questions about the world. What's the name of our city and what's weird about it? Well, we know what's weird about it.
There's not a lot that's not weird, let's be honest.
I'm envisaging it as a giant cube, but maybe, like, I'm imagining it also maybe looks a bit like the whole "this is not a place of honor" thing. So all those like really jaggedy, like sharp, unpleasant-looking thorns and spikes and pylons. But what's it called? What do you call it?
Names are always the hardest.
Is the city itself just the place where the unenlightened live, or is it like a combination of? Is it a two-tiered thing where both?
I'm envisioning it as a place that, like, it's a place where the uninvited are kept, and so the unascended are kept, and then the farm says Rob on Twitter, on the chat. Fuck me, not Will on Twitter. Rob on YouTube says the farm. What?
Oh, you got there. It's cool.
A man typed on my computer. He got in. So the farm is fun. I like that. That has quite a nice ring to it. Maybe the factory, the cube, the square, the box,
The piazza.
The generator.
Generator.
the generation game.
The engine.
And it could lead
Source?
Bill Forsyth's generation game.
Not Jim Davidson's, because that was awful.
No.
George
Bruce.
Pretty Come Dancing. What do you think, Chris? You all right with that?
Yes, really come dancing it is.
Okay, cool. Oh, fine. It's the farm. Factory. What are we going for? The generator seems a bit.
What was the one you had, Claire?
The source.
Source?
I like the farm, to be honest.
Let's go farm.
Okay. Thank you, man, from my computer screen. So here we are on the farm, and the weird thing about it is that you are prisoners there, kept, and strange beings made of, well, flesh and then some sort of coherent light come and harvest you for your emotions once every, I'm guessing like twice a year, 3 times a year? It's not every day.
No.
And it is filmed and broadcast on huge screens all around the farm to increase emotion. Make everyone,
if it increases so much, they sort of get latent stuff out of the atmosphere.
yeah, for sure. And like all the antenna on the farm can like focus this and draw it in. When you were saying like you can draw it into
thermos flasks.
yeah, thermos flasks. What does that look like? How does that function?
Like a thermos flask.
It keeps warm emotions warm and cold emotions.
Yeah, and it tastes like minestrone.
If you put minestrone in there once, all this tastes like minestrone.
That's just what's in there now.
Okay.
Maybe it just becomes a kind of blue glowing, like thick liquid.
Like a goop. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, that sort of stuff that when you, like you've ever got swarfiga on your hands. It's a thing that gets oil off your hands when you've been cleaning engines.
Yes, yeah.
That like it leaves a film.
Emotional swarfiga.
So does it maybe dampen your emotions? Like if you're unenlightened, it dampens your emotions if you get hold of a source of it.
Also, it does the opposite of what you've got.
Imagine it would heighten your emotions because it's raw emotion. If you get it sucked out of you, then like you've got the capacity to maybe become like a complete drone, and you can lose the capacity to have any emotions whatsoever. But I imagine if you get hold of this stuff, it'll be really heady because you already have emotions, and this gives you more.
So does it maybe benefit you in the arena almost?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
it could bloodlust you at that point because it'll up whatever emotion you're really, really feeling.
See a sort of text analysis on like the coming up on the receptacle of like the person that it came from and the type of emotion it is and things.
Oh, that's cool. Plus, like if
emotions thing is like I'm imagining somewhere in the process something like in recycling plants where they have to separate all the glass and the plastic and the cardboard. Like,
they've got those conveyor belts.
Yeah, just emotions from one person like across the day that's going to be really mixed, which is why the whole game thing is really because you get a load of people having the same emotion at once, so you don't need to
try and incentivize various things.
So
genius.
I'd imagine like there's more prestigious emotions. So like if you get one pure emotion from one person who's really feeling it, then that's a really pure expensive thing. But you can get kind of like chum, which is just the latent emotions from everything drawn off and shoved into a hole, which is cheaper. Well, I imagine they're probably post-scarce. Well, they're not post-scarcity. They need emotions, don't they?
Maybe the general chum is what they just generally harvest every day. Like it just slowly, as part of wherever the unenlightened are living it.
I also like an idea from chat we've got here that the emotions that I like the idea that the ascended like it when emotions don't make logical sense. like you blend happy and sad and you take both of that. And it's a way that like humans couldn't really feel that very easily, but because you're just taking it straight.
Well, you'll get cocktails.
Yeah.
Wow. Emotion mixologist.
Yeah.
So that gives me quite like the idea of a character as like a character who has a human character and an ascended character who's got a stock of these distillations which they use to power their abilities, or like just get really fighty, which I imagine would be powering their abilities.
I just like the idea that you've got like the HUD of your power suit just sitting here, and you've got this kind of list down the side. It's all just people's faces. And you're like, he was livid. That one. I want to be angry. And you kind of just drag it into the dump, and it just pumps your system full of anger.
That's kind of fun. I like that. All right.
So does the power suit dampen your emotions normally? But when you're then so it's a risk that you take. You then, let's say you want to increase your speed. you then add an emotion which puts you on the radar of the angels when you're trying to escape.
That could work, like a potion.
Yeah, but it's like almost like a heat signature on a radar.
Yeah. And like the more excited and emotive you get,
the easier you are to see.
Yeah. Well, because it makes you glow, so it means then you're not in the shadows as much.
Yep. Yeah, I like the idea that the Ascended don't see normally.
Well, they like see via like radar.
They can physically see emotions.
Yeah, okay, but they have problems with light.
Yeah, like light. They don't register light anymore. They register emotions and traces and stuff like that on it. So, for instance, they'd be able to see a church better than they can see a sewer.
Yeah, and I like the idea that like a lot of the hunting, a lot of like the way you would have to trick them is somehow get them out of the light.
Yeah, get them somewhere dark.
Somewhere, but they are hyper intelligent, hyper mind things, nightmares. So that should be fun.
Couple of Haribo in a line. Do it. Get them to follow the trail.
They really like Fantastics.
Oh, really? Everyone does.
Yeah, they're the best ones. What do you want, and what happens if you don't get it? What's the thing you're voting for?
To not be an MDMA farm.
Oh, so like
I think something more exciting.
I mean, that's quite exciting. So like you're going to steal control of the farm.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just control of the games.
Take over the games. I like that. What happens if you don't get it?
You die. Well, you become a drone. Like.
How about everyone becomes drones?
Everyone becomes drones. There you go. That's a big mistake.
So like normally, it would just be a few people, but they're really going at it hard this quarter. And the idea is that you realise that you're going to run out of people, and so you decide to fight back.
You have generations of games, and at the end of your season, they drain you as hard as they can and bring on a new stock of people.
Gross.
I like it. So you just said generation games, like at the end of your season, there's a conveyor.
Cake ready, quickly, come on!
And there's a cuddly toy, maybe like a dishwasher.
Conveyor belt of drone corps.
and your love for your spouse.
Again, to talk to the person in chat. I can read your ideas. I'm really happy that you're getting involved. I can't understand everything you're saying. I'm really sorry about that, but thank you for taking part. So the third question is, who's in charge of the law around these parts?
Whichever of the Ascended types is running the games.
Right. They've got names, haven't they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The only name I've got in my head is just like Kenneth at the moment.
I'm not feeling Kenneth. I want something more old-fashioned.
It's a bit preppy.
Sandalphon.
Bellerophon. That's a Pegasus.
So anyway, for like angel names are good. Hang on. Angel names.
Gabriel.
Yeah, it was Gabriel.
Gabe. The names of real angels, it says.
You'll have none of the fake angels.
Chris Angel.
I think it's pretty good.
Chris Angel Mind Freak.
Yeah.
Jothiel is the angel of enlightenment.
Delight.
Delight? As in delight?
No, as in angel delight.
Okay, right. Well, cake, in that case, yeah?
Yeah.
if having fun.
Battenberg. No, wait. I'm not very good at this.
Ramiel, the angel of thunder. What about that?
Yep. Old Rami.
But don't call it that, because that makes him really mad. Or as mad as these angels.
Yeah. he just looks at you and injects a syringe full of fury. Right.
Don't make me inject this.
Just as you're running through the games, you just tag Rami on the walls.
Just kind of spray paint.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be lovely, like seditionist style gamer who's just spray painting anti-establishment slogans as he goes around.
Ramiel, the Angel of Thunder, is a. So I like the idea that these guys are styling themselves as angels.
Oh yeah, they've bought in.
And so I'm imagining like they hover. I'm getting like they are sort of contained in semi-hovering, semi-rotational metal suits, and they've got like big wings of light at the back, and they're just sort of like they come
hum as they go.
Yeah, they hum. They come forward like arms outstretched, and like debris starts gathering up around them and trailing around. I think that could be a really creepy thing to fight.
Super dramatic.
And I'm feeling that like there's not a lot of mooks in terms of combat.
No, it's much heavier towards really dangerous enemies.
Yeah. So like I'm figuring like if the four of you got in a fight, it might be against like two of them. But it's mainly invasion. All right, cool. Who's the one person we can trust?
I'm going to take one of Will's names.
Legendary
Karen?
who like supposedly escaped in the past and is like the A-team essentially. Just
So like
they're out there somewhere. No one really knows that they exist, but
like a Haymitch sort of from taking the Hunger Games, like one of the former almost survivors.
Yeah, who still lives out in the wilderness, found his own power source.
And is he be communicating with you?
I was like, are we saying that the unenlightened have the tech to like some form of tech? They must do. If they've got mech suits, they must have some form of tech. So yeah, it's a secret encrypted communication.
I think what we had is like the mech suits were provided by the enlightened to make it more exciting.
Yeah, but this fella's managed to get one of the recharge stations under his own control, and he actually lives out in the wilderness and helps people out.
So how about like if you can get him into the control room, or if you can connect his power station to the control room, then he can start controlling more of the farm.
Yeah, well, he can give complete freedom to the mechs all the time, and it's very easy to take over a city if you've got a load of people in hyperpowered mech suits provided by angels.
I like it. That's brilliant. Okay. What's his name?
Well, why not like a fallen angel codename? So like
Cassiel.
So if you've got all the angels as the antagonists this way around, then have what would equivalent be a devil?
Yeah, like Lucifer. Devil names. Devil names.
Just go with Goetia. The Goetic demons. There's too many names in there to do not take. Beleth, Balaam, Vine, Belial.
Dagon, Gone. Lucifer. Stuff. Muriel, which is a lady's name. Ophiel. How about Ophiel? I'm digging that.
Go for it.
Ophiel. Ophiel. Right. So next up.
Just 1 second. I should be right back. Carry on without me. I shall rejoin in a second.
Who are we looking to screw over? I mean, that seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Like these angels, these ascended ones. Okay, cool.
There could be someone like one in particular who's got that reputation for like, I don't know, almost like Saw scenarios of like forcing people into bizarre situations to get these really pure emotions.
Okay, I like that. So there's like a torturer character.
Yeah.
So Ramiel is like the big brash, hello ladies and gentlemen, and the other one is not quite so nice. Where is my name's angels, please? Let's go for Cassiel. the Angel of Temperance. Cassiel, a much hated torturer. And I'm imagining like there's a load of like unnamed angels and unnamed ascended ones who come around which you can fight and escape from, and like guys in weirdo looking robot suits or you know, beacons of glowing light, various things I can throw at you. All right, cool. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to see if I can raise you on. I think I can go through this and send you. Man, I can send you a message privately. I hope through this thing. I'll send you a link to the Unbound D20 rule set. So, unlike Unbound with cards, it has there's only 3 roles.
Hello.
There's strikers, wardens, and protectors. Where's the guy? Oh, yeah. Right. Crack that open. It's not neat. It's the opposite of neat. While you're reading that again, hello, person in the chat. Are you like what would I call you? Like you're a dude or a lady? Like you have a gender I can refer to, like the man in that or whatever. I'm not super sure about the names of angels, starting with the names of cities, like New York. I'm not quite. I am reading. I am trying to keep things going at the same time, but I'm not sure about that as an idea. Not sure whether that rings. I do like the idea of it being set so far in the future that these are like the spirits of New York. But I think that ship has sailed, and we'll stick with the angels for the time being. Right. So, what kind of classes is everyone feeling? What you feel like you want to play? So the 3 we have, and I'll explain to the viewers. There is Striker, who are mobile and stabby, but quite fragile. There are Wardens, who are immobile and not very stabby, but very tough. And there are Protectors, who can aid and buff other people. We'll start with you, Chris. What are you feeling?
Well, am I making a character for you?
No, I'll run it. You.
Okay. I normally play Protectors and Wardens.
Yeah.
So I think maybe Striker.
All right.
No, Deadeye.
Deadeye. Cool. Well, that's a Striker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But like that sort of Striker.
Cool. Okay. So what we're doing, if you turn to the roles on the on page something.
6.
Thanks, John. If you turn to the roles on page, pick out a role and then pick out a trait from the end. The traits are Captain, Companion, Dirty Fighter, Fire, Mighty, Rage, Shadow, and the Unnatural. Oh, the Unnatural. Oh. So you get to pick 1 power from a trait and 1 power from your role, and that'll help define your character. And then I will help you, and I will ask you some questions based on what you pick. So, Chris, you're feeling Striker, Deadeye, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Deadeye. What do you use to take out your adversaries?
I'm seeing the kind of we've got the sort of power armor suit on, and the hands have underslung shotgun charges underneath there. So you got 2 shotguns that just sort of fire.
How big a suit are you thinking?
I think it's fairly chunky looking suit because it's mainly ammo packs, and like I'm not thinking a particularly lithe Striker.
I'm thinking I'm getting about 8 foot tall.
Yeah, that kind of slight like chunky, like the old Necromunda Spires, the Horus kind of
powered armor rather than a mech suit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. How do you avoid damage?
How do I avoid damage? By a combination of killing the thing that's trying to hurt me and using the deflective powers of the suit. So rather than being thick like plate, it's almost frictionless on the outside.
Oh, so it's sort of.
Yeah, so as long as I angle it right, it just kind of slides.
Is there some sort of field?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I imagine that looks really cool as well.
Yeah, kind of hexagon.
Oh yeah,
pattern in the air as the bullet slides through it.
Okay. And where did you learn to fight like this?
I didn't. The suit taught me.
Okay.
I got an upload through the suit telling me how to use the suit.
Does the suit have a personality, or is it just you in the suit?
No, the suit has personality. There's me and the suit.
Oh, that's fun. Okay, cool. What's the suit's personality like?
I'm going to go with fairly. It's going to sound rather silly to say, but fairly robotic. Like rather than like, oh hello sir, how is everybody doing? Like.
Afraid the shotgun need reloading, sir.
Yes, rather than that, it's like shotguns out.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Right,
You're
cool.
going to die.
I like it. I can dig that. Have a look. So you're going for Deadeye power?
Yep.
So like, I mean, as soon as you've got shotguns, you could just do it up close. You're still kicking out D8 damage at nearby.
Yeah.
Without picking something.
Well, actually, I mean, hang on.
Think about traits.
We could swap out Deadeye for Boom.
That works, yeah.
Just because it's shotguns. And
Yeah.
keep everything the same.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Claire, you're next in my line of people. What character are you feeling?
I'm thinking of a protector. I'm sort of playing with, wondering about the idea of someone with a mutation that lets them absorb radiation, like create shadows, like in a way that's really damaging to themselves.
Okay, I like that. Like, perhaps the ascension didn't take.
Yeah. I'm stuck here now as like someone who could have been part of the Ascended, but I have some freak part of my genetics that just completely rejected the whole thing, and now I can sort of
Cool. All right.
damage myself to help others. I was looking at the martyr one.
That works for me. So are you in a suit, or can you just like? Are you just?
I think I can just do that, and would probably avoid being like. I assume I have one because I'm here, but I avoid using it because like I can't use that ability whilst I'm inside one.
I think I quite like the idea that like you've got one, and then it's sort of like when you power up, it starts to like come off and start floating around. Like
Yes.
Oh, so yeah, you sort of do a power, and as you do it, the suit just explodes about a foot next to you. The power goes off, and then it snaps back.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. Like magnets. That's fun. Okay, cool. What weapon do you have? Is it like raw radiation you're shooting out?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, what with that, John?
I was gonna go probably a warden.
Cool. Good spread. How do you take down your enemies? Is that not such a concern for you? Is protection more of a deal for you?
Yeah. So like more stopping the enemies from getting to hit me rather than hit someone else.
Thinking like big shields?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like fold out shields. You can have the arms of the suit kind of be able to completely like fan out and create multiple shields, and you kind of stamp them into the ground like a vise, unlatch it, and you can make more.
That's kind
of work.
Like reloadable shields.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What about, and also like I'm envisaging you've got that, and like maybe your defenses are automated, so you've got like a drone gun or something on the back of it, or you have something like a short range thing, which means that like you can focus on protecting people, and this thing's like like a sprinkler but for death.
That would definitely work.
Okay, I'm feeling that. And finally, Tom.
I keep looking through all the different ones that don't know what I want. I keep having little ideas and then getting distracted by something else and going, oh, but
But this one is also shiny.
yes. We've currently got one striker, one warden, and one protector, haven't we?
We do.
Everything, yeah. You don't have any more as far as I'm aware. That's more up to the choices you pick. I'll be right back.
But yeah, so you can just double up on anything. But I mean, for instance, like I'm using striker ranged attacks. You can have striker melee.
I was thinking
things
and thinking something.
You could be
One
that
of the
annoying
evasive
guy,
or momentum or something.
the annoying guy that I'm trying to protect all the time, but you just jump in front of my shield because you want to hit.
That would work.
Good. All right.
So you say momentum.
Momentum.
Yeah, I was about to say momentum, and then I just got distracted by duel. Because I was thinking that, like, because they want to harvest emotions from people watching, they probably try and give people fighting styles that, or the advantages they give to people to invoke different emotions. And I was wondering if you could set up, because duel is for one-on-one fights, and that's be quite a tense fight as opposed to the other fights being a bit more scrappy and a bit more, sort of bloodlusty.
What if you did?
Tense.
What if you did like psychic blast? So you can have too much emotion. You know what?
So I have to like grab emotion from the environment and just sort of overdose on it and then blast it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Like, and you've got like a suit with antennae on the back. You sort of collect it and coalesce it. It's kind of fun. All right, that works for me. So we've got two strikers, a warden, and a protector. Yeah.
Yep.
And what sort of traits are you looking at?
I've worked out which one I want.
What do you want, Chris?
I want Cornered Beast and a tank full of rage.
So Cornered Beast, that when someone wounds you, you hurt them a lot, right?
Allow me to read the exact text. Cornered Beast, once per turn when you take a wound, make an immediate attack with advantage.
Okay, so just for any viewers, the with advantage means you roll 2 dice to get the higher. That's better. I see. So that's like you'll only have 2 wounds.
Yep.
But I guess you got a protector, right?
Yeah. But anytime somebody does hit me, they immediately take a wound.
Yeah, like you're gonna fuck them up.
Give or take.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to ask you a question from that one. So that's Dirty Fighter, or is that Rage?
Right.
Rage. Am I in books? What's the worst thing you've ever done? You want to start with?
This isn't my first rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
The first time out in the Wastelands, and last time I overdosed on rage and was the only survivor of the party. So I killed the rest of them rather than
as far as
I thought. As far as I'm aware, I don't remember a whole bunch of it.
Yeah, I like that. So yeah, you were an unhinged rage addict.
Yes.
That's fun. Okay, cool. Rage addict. And then the second question I've got for Cornered Beast. When was the first time you realised that you could strike back?
Well, after being in my very, very first games with the suit, spent most of it just running, and then got cornered by one and finally just sort of unleashed with the shotguns.
Okay, cool.
So the first time that I figured out that, like, oh, these guns actually work and they can win.
Okay. I'm going to say as well, so we've established a villain.
Yeah.
Ramiel, who's running the game. There's also Cassiel, who is a torturer angel who puts people through saw-like traps to torture them. So I'm going to say, like, there's some part of him which is permanently hurt.
Okay.
Like he's only got one arm.
Yep. Which doesn't really slow him down that much, but still.
Not so much, but it's more of an aesthetic thing. All right, cool. So, Cassio. All right, we'll go to Claire next. Claire, what trait are you looking at? Oh, sorry, go on.
Guess I'm looking at fire burst, I think.
Okay,
Just
cool.
in terms of like, yeah, radiation blasts or pulling the radiation
cool.
from.
Okay, cool. Who is scared of what you can do?
Everyone.
Yeah. It's not an acceptable answer. Well, maybe. Yeah.
At what point is even we are slightly unnerved by it?
Well, I was going to say, like, I'm effectively kind of an outsider of the entire farm, or the vast majority of it, because I have a weird variant of what the people outside can do effectively.
Yeah. So we're not looking at like abject terror when we see you, but like what?
Like a witch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for Fireburst, who have you harmed with your explosive powers? What I'm after here, I guess. I'm after some names, like some names.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, one thing that could happen is you're the only person whose powers, aside from the psychic blasts, work inside the farm.
Yeah.
Because like inside the farm, I'm just a normal person. I don't have any power suits or anything. So, but you could use yours inside. So you could have some of your family members, just some people.
Yeah, I think probably like the first time I was thrown in there because it was assumed that it just didn't work at all, and then I was just like in the canteen or something and just blew up the table around me.
Okay, cool. I like that.
That is good.
So, like, I'm thinking like there's a human administrator, like a loyalist, as it were. Administrator. Let's think. Cook. Cook.
The warden.
Yeah, the warden. Yeah, but seeing as one of the character classes is literally called the warden.
Yes, no, that's fair. But I would say like that's his role.
Yeah, cook. Archwarden. Right. Okay. Cool. Either Tom or John. We'll go for John, I suppose. Then, what traits are you looking at?
So, do you want one from the warden class and one from the traits class bit, or just the traits?
I don't mind. Yeah, let me know what you're picking from the warden class.
I was thinking, hit me, because that then kind of it's the almost like taunting.
Yeah.
But also it could be shield wall.
That works.
A literal shield wall. So I think we'll go shield wall.
Okay.
And then for the trait, I was thinking keep moving from the captain one.
Okay, so you
that's nice.
Something of a leader?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Where did you learn to command people like this?
Sorry?
Where did you learn to command people like this?
I think maybe leading a raid on kind of an attempted covert raid on something, on the emotions led. Perhaps I'm the ones in contact with the guy outside.
I'm going to say that you are the main chap in contact with him.
And he's convinced us that there's a cache of emotion that we could go and collect. Maybe he's hacked into the system somewhere. So I led a raid out there.
Cool. Okay. And you retreated once and you lost something. What was it?
Literally everyone else in the raiding party, because we failed to.
But what were you trying to get out of the raid?
I think some kind of covert upgrade for one of the battle suits. So one that wouldn't be sanctioned for the games, but something that we could
like a fucking auto cannon or something.
Yeah,
so that they could be, dare I say, overclocked.
something that we could covertly add to give us an advantage, but we got caught, which is why I'm then put in the next games.
As a punishment. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So failed to capture overclocker upgrade. I really like the idea of an overclocker upgrade, because like at that point you get that and you can punch these motherfuckers through walls.
Yeah.
But it burns through the suit. All right, I love it. Finally, Tom. So you're going Striker, is that right?
Pardon? Yeah.
What power have you picked from Striker?
Did we say one from Striker? I know it said I was talking about Duel. I can't remember.
Yeah.
That was what we went with. Yeah, probably makes sense. And then for traits, I was thinking either Smashing Blow or Take Advantage.
Mighty or Dirty Fighter?
Yeah.
So with Mighty, you have some sort of whacking great weapon. Are you envisaging yourself as someone with a whacking great weapon?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Cool. So what's
maybe it's the thing we were saying about the like overcharging emotions thing is like the suit can draw in emotions, but then I've got like a big hammer or something that charges up with them. And
yeah,
it's
like a capacitor at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I like that a lot.
Kind of like the modern equivalent of Quicksilver maces.
Yes. Yes, I like that. So
that kind of works.
In this game is magic. It does. If there's any sort of question as to why something works, it's magic, and it's emotions.
Super magic.
Super magic. So,
Power of feelings.
Tom, who thinks that you're all power and no control?
Oh,
So this could be another human. This could be one of the overseers, or one of the this could be one of the staff members, as it were, who has pushed you into the games. This would be someone who trained you, like an enemy who thinks you're an idiot.
Yeah, I'm trying to sort of get in my head with an idea of what life is like outside of the games, because it feels like a lot of what we've been talking about has been that.
Let's make it so. I'm figuring it's kind of like a prison,
like one of those. I want to say free range prisons where you're kept inside an area and there's a canteen, there's meal times.
Yeah.
But aside from that,
so
you're kind of
it's like the general purpose of it being like training us for the games, do we think? Or
I think there could be classes, like there could be like, you've got to do 2 hours a day.
And like there's probably like you have to go into a cinema and watch things so you feel emotions, and then that's harvested from you. But the idea is that you live your life and these people are harvesting emotions from you, and so you're continually trying to feel things while it's being sucked out of you. But if you ever notice to be feeling too many things, then you'll attract too much attention. I imagine like there's probably some sort of exercise classes to keep you healthy. There's like enforced exercise. There's workshops, libraries. You're basically kept, but it's not fun. You can't leave.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk dystopia.
And you get a citation for not crying at whatever rom-com they show you.
Yeah. Just smack on the back of the head. Is this not sad?
Studies have shown that Bambi induces tears.
Comply with tears.
Make tears come out of face.
In which case, yeah, I think the person who thinks I'm all power and no control is probably whoever I'm in a relationship with.
Wonderful. Relationships. I love it. What are they like? What do they do? Well, they have jobs. But what's their role in society?
What roles do it feels like? If we're discussing a prison thing, our roles are prisoners.
Well, there's wardens, there's overseers, there's cooks, there's teachers, there's trainers, there are builders, mechanics, repairers, artists and performers.
I think mechanic.
Commissary. Yeah.
Mechanic. Okay. What's their name?
Oh god, I'm terrible with names.
Names are the hardest.
Are they a boy or a girl?
Let's
Or
go
neither?
now.
Male, okay.
I was tempted, but I don't think I'm up enough on my non-binary to play that well.
All right, fair play. Cool. Okay. Actually, we haven't decided any of your names yet, so we'll name them in a little bit. My second question is, you've hurt someone superior to you with your smashing blow ability. Who was that? So it could be someone in the Resistance. It could be an overseer of some kind. It could be an angel.
And I was thinking of like using a big hammer, then maybe it's something that's sort of used for like outside of combat for like construction demolition purposes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So maybe like the sort of supervisor on whatever work I was doing using this hammer.
All right, cool. I can dig it. So like you are you are a builder. You are like a destructions specialist.
Yeah.
Okay, and so superior. I'm going to say that you you mold them up a treat. Was mold up real bad. And I have a suggestion. What if you feel you need to take care of them?
Sure.
So there's an element of like you're maybe not fighting to protect them, but you feel responsible for what you've done, and therefore you feel some guilt over that, and you're trying to help them. It gives me a nice hook.
Sure.
Okay, cool. You currently have the most relationships. Let's think about names. What names for your characters?
I'll go with Boone.
Boone. Solid. I like it. Boone. With an E?
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
It's always nice to think of a name early and not have to sit there and go, no, what do I call it? Randomnamegenerator.com.
I feel like we're going for Western surnames. In this case, well, I mean, you all can go for whatever you want, but I like a team with unity. You could also go like whatever they call you in the games. So they probably give you a different name.
Possibly.
Oh, I get to write wrestling style intros for all of you now.
Oh, can I have the game name as being Phalanx?
Phalanx.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you 100%, 1000% can.
Yes. Phalanx.
I don't know about the actual name though.
Is it just Phil?
Phil Phalanx.
Phil Phalanx.
Oh, Phalanx.
Mate, I'm going to call you Phalanx for the whole game. That's your name now.
Okay, fine.
Claire. Lady Radiation.
I was trying to think of like some kind of minor fallen angel, just to,
Gloria.
but I can't.
Geiger.
Yeah, that works.
Geiger really works.
Real name Isabel.
Sorry?
Real name Isabel.
Okay. But you go by Geiger.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can spell that. Who knows? And finally, Tom.
I think like Maelstrom.
Sorry?
Maelstrom as
Yes.
my game name, ladies.
Maelstrom. It sounds awful lot like we're going to take part in Robot Wars, which I like.
As long as we have an angel called Sir Killalot, I'm down.
All the angels are named Sir Killalot unless I tell you different.
Okay.
Can I have as like the stuff I do around the farm being like part of the almost security system, which then links to the name?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So like I was trusted at one point and then decided to go on this mission.
Rogue. You turn.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I like that. Yeah.
So that's like my screen name. Imagine like it's a green screen with chat logs going down and Phalanx is coming up as the.
Nice. So you've got some hacker experience.
Yeah, almost.
All right. What I want you to do now, the last thing we'll do before we will wrap it up for the night, is to come up with your foundations. Actually, no, sorry. It'll be foundations, then fates, then we'll stop. So for foundations, we get one group foundation, and these are like skills or backgrounds in another game. So you get one group foundation, which is determined by all of us, and then you get one foundation you pick yourself, and one foundation the group picks for you. And these are things what you can do. So I think for your, something denoting the fact that you're in power armor suits for your main thing. So it's like power armored rebels, robot rebels, rebel, amped, more distinct than that.
Good.
Just good. That's your
just good.
That's your foundation. Good.
Yes.
Love this game.
That's why I'm trying to power game it.
Yes. Actions.
Dice rolls. Actually, no, because that would only function within the game.
Yes, true. Desperate rebels, desperate fighters.
Desperate survivors.
Desperate survivors. How does everyone feel about that?
Yeah.
Can you note that down, please, on your character sheets, assuming you have one?
Yep.
This is the first time I've spoken of a character sheet.
See, I wrote the game, so I know I've already got a character sheet.
Well done. There was one in the book you could copy.
I'm using Notepad, like the old days.
Jesus
I
Christ.
will copy it into a new document.
Lovely.
Chris, what's your main foundation?
My main foundation is runner. I used to be a messenger when I was outside the wasteland.
Cool.
And now part of the postal service, the internal postal service inside.
Okay.
So essentially think bike courier, but running.
Yeah, I can dig it. Claire, what's your first foundation? Probably something to do with the old radiation shtick, I imagine.
With being a nuclear weapon.
Yes. Yeah. Something else I could add to it.
I thought they did like radioactive terror or like the terror of District 7.
That works.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, admittedly, that's one the group then suggested for you, I'm afraid. So that's replacing your second one.
Yeah.
We can come back to you. That's cool. Have a think, John.
So I'm thinking of a pushstone. Was it no
Foundation.
foundation? So
So you can have like your hacking.
core to the character.
Yeah.
Yeah. So probably
It's
the
a
hacking.
non-combat skill.
Yeah. So hacking.
Cyber security guard.
Oh, I like it. That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cyber security guard. That's good.
I think name Kaspersky or Norton.
And Tom.
We've already said I do sort of construction / demolition. Is that something that we could?
That totally works. Yeah. So demolitionist.
Yeah.
Building go up, building go down.
I like that. Yeah. Like just like construction, but in inverted commas.
Nice.
Okay, cool. And Claire, have you puzzled yours out yet?
Power source.
Power source.
In terms of, in a pinch, I can like help with the construction, and they.
Yeah, and also like they did like charge people, overclock people's mech suits.
We can charge our phones.
Yeah, you don't need to plug them in. You just put them on her leg.
Thank God for contactless charging.
Right. So now we all get to pick one for each person in the group. So at this point, we like, is there anything that we're interested in like giving a different slant to a character that we've seen? We can suggest that. So, for example, Tom, I think the fact that you siphon emotions out of the air and use them as a hammer could be really interesting. But like emotion bomb or something like that.
Okay.
Emotion Nova.
Emotional Nova. Emotion Nova.
Novotional.
Thank God.
I should really stop trying to put words together.
Emotion critical mass. Emotion capacitor.
Emotion capacitor. There we go. We got there.
Emotion capacitor. Yeah. They sound like a really bad punk band.
Yeah, and I'd listen.
I'd have a go. They're probably Japanese, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, Mad Capture Market's got away with it.
Yeah, that's true. All right. And now for John.
What have we got? A hacking protector. Okay, what about something that's unrelated to that entirely?
Criminal.
Yes, because you technically committed a crime.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's traitor.
Yeah, traitor. I like that.
Not necessarily in a bad way, but like you're a traitor to the angels.
Yeah.
You worked for them, and then now you don't.
But then also that makes me look bad from your side as well, because I worked for the angels. So untrustworthy almost.
Yeah, that works both ways. Chat. Saboteur.
That is pretty good, actually. You went wrong.
Yeah, that's saboteur.
Okay, we'll go for saboteur.
Theresa May's favourite.
Yeah.
A little bit of political satire there, John. Steady on. You're going to date this.
What, this live broadcast?
What are you on YouTube?
Okay, sorry, no.
For posterity. Right, who hasn't got one yet? Tom's got one. John's got one. Chris, have you got?
I haven't got one.
You haven't got one. What are we feeling for Chris? The whole rage survivor thing interests me.
Okay.
Like rage addict.
So just addict.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Addict.
Hopped up on his own supply.
So like even almost like an outsider, because people don't. But then I suppose outsider goes for one of the other ones as well. So
yeah,
maybe
so like,
pity, like people pity you because you are an addict, and
yeah. So I like to get amped up on more emotions than I can handle.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then finally, Geiger.
Some kind of knowledge.
Yeah, that works.
I have come from outside.
Outsider.
But yeah, I guess were most people born here?
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah, outsider could really help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So yeah, you know more about the wasteland than us. We only know which bits we've run through.
Right. So finally, the last thing we're going to do is going to pick out fates. So the way that Unbound works, you advance fates you advance in the game. You get levels by completing these fates in game. And also it means I don't have to write a plot, which is really useful. So Chris, we'll start with you. So much like with the backgrounds, with the foundations, everyone writes one and picks out, and the group picks out one for them as well. So Chris, give me a fate.
Overdose.
Love it. Okay. John, give me a fate. What's a scene you'd like to see?
Maybe torn between two. So like needing to make a choice.
Okay, yeah.
That works.
Like loyalty tested or something.
Yeah, loyalty tested. That.
Loyalty is tested. It is tested. What's that? What's that? So my cat shouting at me.
Ah, okay. Because it looked like you were trying to talk to ghosts.
Well. Okay. Claire, please.
Lost ties. I've presumably got some family or friends who have ascended.
Cool. Oh, okay. Yeah. So like, you.
Oh, nice.
You make contact with with family who've ascended.
Yeah.
Okay,
What an emotional reunion this is. Yes, isn't it?
Your emotionless voice is excellent.
Thank you. It sounds like one of those robots from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yes.
Doesn't it?
The robots from the moon.
Suck on this.
Yes. Here we are from the moon. And finally, Tom, give me a fate.
We already said I'm in a relationship, so I guess like tragedy, something along those lines.
Relationship tragedy. Thank you so much.
Just feeding it to him.
I'm not going to fridge them, but they're not going to come out this well.
That is fair.
Relationship tragedy. Do we get a name for them? They probably aren't called Maelstrom or Phalanx. Tango Fiesta.
Clown Fiesta.
Magnum Infinity.
It's two different sizes of wine bottle, isn't it?
Infinity wine? No.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Why is that not? Why is that not?
Well, okay. I mean, technically, yes, it is technically a size of wine bottle, theoretically.
Thank you.
If we could get a bottle of Shelled Infinite wine, yes.
Yes.
If you find it, let me know where it is. Oh, it's probably not good wine, is it?
No, but you know, 2 straws, evening in.
All right. We did a name for this mechanic. Cook. Oon. I want
someone who's in the games, do we think, or do they have a game name, or is this just like?
Oh, you know what? I'm putting them in the games now for sure.
That's happening.
Something like the name I have is Flowers.
Pardon?
Like Brandon Flowers.
Sure.
All right. Flowers. And then
like, are they in the games and they really don't belong?
I kind of like that, actually.
They're
like,
mechanic. They probably have certain skills.
Yeah, like they're really good at if they're a class, I imagine protector, like suit repair.
I think the fate, the other fate that we should pick out for you is that you are forced into combat with flowers.
Yes.
Sure.
With flowers. Okay. Chris, we
just bouquet, you mean against that person, not into battle holding a bouquet.
Correct.
Both, yes.
Gentlemen, choose your weapon.
We need a second scene for Chris.
You know him.
I've got one for you.
Do it. Make it happen.
You're taunted by Cassiel.
Oh no, a taunt.
But Cassiel tries your patience or sets you a challenge.
Yes. No. I'm on the same page. I just like this. Like, yeah, you look stupid today. Just really petty.
Yeah. I hear your mum wears GI boots. Right. So we should get.
Is that a joke on that she's old enough to have been in the war?
It's a 1950s insult. Your mum wears boots.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I got it from Mad Magazine.
Really?
Yeah. Right. Last two. Geiger. We need to come up with a scene for Geiger. Yeah. Possibly like I wanted to try and overcome the fact that everyone's terrified of her, but like she has to help someone and they're terrified.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we'd already established that the first time she used her power, it was not under her control, so it feels like there's something you could have that either.
Yeah, that works for me. Yeah, accidental meltdown. As opposed to deliberate meltdowns. Accidental meltdown. And finally, Phalanx.
I like the idea of Phalanx having to do something one-on-one. As a warden and a protector, like your main weapon being shields. Like you're being forced into one-on-one, like a duel situation.
I'd like to have him do something one-on-one. I'd also like it to be like a mission from outside. Like he's instructions as basically the resistance leader.
Yes. That's pretty good.
So, like, kill this guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Kill this guy.
Kill him. Kill him, but good.
Who knows who that guy is? We're done.
You will soon.
So, like, I'll show you the. This is what the campaign looks like.
Also, I should point out, for those of you that are aware that we write role-playing games, this is how we write them. Like, this is legit how it starts.
That's not strictly true, Chris. I'm not on a bus.
No, that is fair.
That's how I write all my games. Thank you all for joining us on this wonderful Hearty Dice Friends hangout. We've made a world, which I'm going to type up the world tomorrow and put it up on the internet. Thank you all for watching. All 5 of you who are still watching, which is honest. Does that count the people who are in the hangout?
I don't know.
Well, no, presumably they'd have to have YouTube open.
Well, I might, like, you know what? I might just have it open in 5 tabs. I don't know.
I've got it open. I was trying to read the chat.
Chris, can we get a round of applause for the players? Well done.
Golf claps.
Golf claps.
It's just so that I don't cap out the mic and deafen you. It's not a sarcastic thing, I promise.
I'm quite excited to make this happen, actually.
That was really good.
Like at least 3 good games out of this.
Yeah.
Definitely still happening. And then like afterwards to play somehow maybe emotion rebels from the light agency.
Yeah, and then also some people working out. We've got this great new startup idea, everyone. It's called Melchior.
I love it.
Awesome.
All right, thank you so much. We'll be back next month. If you're interested in taking part in these, you can give us $3 an episode, which I realise is a lot, honestly, considering
you are lovely people. Seriously, you are keeping us informed.
Yeah, we should get some of those pop screens with the money they've given us.
Yep.
And we'll be back sometime next month, probably.
Yeah, we will contact you all, and we'll get everybody involved.
We will see the ongoing adventures of Boone, Geiger, Phalanx, and Maelstrom in the farm. Good night.
Good night. Now you got to work out how